up YouTube, and welcome to my channel. It's your boy Kind God King. Here is something different for you today. Now I'm playing a game called PC Simulator. So what you do in this game is you basically build a computer. Now I build all my PCs. I've always built my own PCs. I've been doing it for a very long time. So I thought it'd be cool to show some of you guys how it's actually done. It's not as easy as people think, but using this game, I thought, I'll give you guys a look into it and sort of see how I do it and how everyone else does it, and then maybe you can build your own PC. So what you do, obviously, is you start with an empty case here. That's always the first step to building a computer. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to go and buy some parts. So we will buy 2 graphics cards, a processor, a motherboard, some memory, we'll buy 3 hard drives, a power supply, we'll get just a few fans and a couple of DVD RW drives, so they're DVD burning ROMs basically. So we'll get started. So when you're building a computer, the first thing you want to do is get the I/O shield. Now the I/O shield is a shield that sits on the back of the computer here, and it's what the motherboard slots into. So it stops any dust from getting inside your computer, and it makes the motherboard sort of more of a snug fit. So we'll put the motherboard in, and as you can see, it's an Asus motherboard that's in this game. Now the parts are very limited, so try not to roast me too much about it. But there's the motherboard there, and as you can see, it slots into the I/O shield. Now the next thing I'll do is I'm going to add some case fans as well. So we can put one down here, so that's blowing down, so that means any hot air that the graphics cards produce should blow out the bottom of the case. And we'll put one here as well. Okay, so put one there, that's also blowing out, so that will blow any hot air that the processor generates out of the case. Next thing we'll do is put the power supply in, which goes in the bottom here. As you can see, the power cable goes in the back. Now what we'll do here next is apply the processor. So you have to pull that clamp up, which releases the latch. You then put your processor in, and obviously you close the latch and put the pin in place, which locks it all in. Now when you put a brand new processor into a computer, the next thing you do before putting a cooler onto it is you actually apply what's called thermal paste. Now what thermal paste does is just a contact that goes between the top of the processor and the bottom of a fan, and it helps distribute heat better. So if I put the fan on there, so it would be the fan, then the thermal paste, and then the processor. Now the next thing I'll do is add the memory. So these are called DIMM slots, and that's where the memory or RAM goes. So I'll just select the RAM here, and they just slot into the 4 slots. Now you don't have to have 4 sticks of RAM. Obviously you can have 2 for dual channel, or you can even have a single for single channel, or obviously 4 for quad channel RAM. Now the next thing I will do is pop my hard drives in, and there's a hard drive bay here, so they all sit in there nicely. Now obviously you could put one more here, and you could also fit some down the bottom there. So that's all the hard drives plugged in. Into there. They're not plugged in as yet. The next thing we'll do is add some DVD drives, which it won't let me do. That's strange. So another thing we will put in is the graphics cards. So we put one in the top there in the first PCI Express port, and then we'll put another one under it, which goes in there. So as you can see at the back, there's 2 graphics cards in there, like that. Now I'll just have a look to see what else there is we can do. So we've got drive covers as well. So we'll cover up the drives we're not going to use. I'm not sure why it won't let me put the DVD drive in. I had to unlock it. Okay, there we go. So there's the DVD drive in there, and we will lock it into place, which I think it's already done. Nope, there we go. So that's locked into place now. Now I'm just having a look to see what else we have. So there's a few more fans. Now I'm going to put the standoffs in. Now I'm not exactly sure what the standoffs are, but anyway. So I've got the side panel and the back panel, but obviously we need to I thought the standoffs go on the back here, but they obviously don't. So I'm just going to go to the options. So we need to do cabling next. Now, cabling is a little bit more tricky. So on the motherboard, it takes a full ATX cable, which is this one. That's the worst cabling I've ever seen, but I can't choose how to do it. Now we need to put some 6-pin PCI Express in the left side, and then we put an 8-pin in the right, and the same for the bottom graphics card, 8-pin followed by a 6-pin, so all the graphics cards, or both of them, are in properly. Now in the top here we need to put more power to the motherboard, and that would be a 12-volt cable like so. In here we would put a fan cable, and that's going, so now you can see the CPU fan is cabled in. We'll put a fan cable here, which is from that fan, and I'm just looking for another fan cable spot on this motherboard, which I can't quite see. So I won't be able to plug that bottom fan in, unfortunately, but that's okay. Alright, so up here we have the hard drives. So we need to do a SATA cable. So a SATA cable goes from the DVD RW drive into the motherboard, and it also requires power, which is a SATA power cable, which it won't let me put in. It's old school, so it's Molex, which is strange. So I'm just having a look to see if there's anything else I can put in. I don't believe there is, so everything's powered up correctly. I'll just turn the case around on this swivel control, which is pretty cool. So now we need to plug the hard drives in. So for the hard drives, they all require a SATA cable as well, and they will all require power, which is SATA power, not Molex, which is good. Okay, so as you can see, all 4 hard drives are plugged in. I'm not sure how to screw things in though. What I might do is I'm just going to unmount the graphics cards as well, so I can plug that bottom fan in, just so you guys are sort of getting the full experience. It won't let me unmount anything though, which is strange. Yes, it won't let me pull it out. That's okay. So the last step that you would do now is you would put the back cover on first, which covers everything at the back there, and then you would put the side cover on, which goes on like that. And that's pretty much it. That is how you build a PC. So it's not all that difficult. I'm just going to see if I can plug a power cable into it. I'm not sure how advanced this game is, obviously. This is literally the first time I've had a go at it, but yeah, so I can't plug anything into it, but that's all you do. So that's pretty much how you build a PC. It's not that hard. It's a little bit tricky at times, but anyone can really do it. You don't need to be an expert at all. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Something different, because I know not everyone knows how to build a computer. Let me know what you thought of the video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, tell your mates, stay positive, and thanks for watching. See yous.